From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. U.S. President Donald Trump defended his controversial immigration tactics and global tariffs last night during a record-breaking State of the Union address at the U.S. Capitol.
The state of our union is strong.
During the 108-minute speech, U.S. President Donald Trump boasted about his wide-ranging policy changes on deportation, the economy, and foreign policy. It comes at a critical time for the Republican Party. Polling has shown that issues which should be Trump's strengths, like immigration and jobs, have tanking popularity among independent voters who could play a critical role in the upcoming midterm elections. Trump's speech offered few insights into upcoming policy, instead relying on his claims that the economy is improving and prices are dropping, despite what everyday Americans may feel.
We'll be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before.
Kelly Malone,
Thank
Canadian
you,
Press,
God bless
Washington.
you, and God bless America.
In the formal Democratic response to the address, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger offered a sharp contrast to Trump's depiction of the nation as being in a golden age. She also took on other topics.
The scale of the corruption is unprecedented. There's the cover-up of the Epstein files, the crypto scams, cozying up to foreign princes for airplanes and billionaires for ballrooms.
Democratic lawmakers stayed seated without clapping during most of Trump's speech. Artificial Intelligence Minister Evan Solomon says federal officials expressed disappointment to representatives of OpenAI last night after a meeting in Ottawa about the company's failure to warn law enforcement about the mass shooter in Tumbler Ridge, BC. Solomon said he requested the meeting with company leaders after what he called disturbing reports that the firm didn't properly escalate warning signs about the potential for violence after Jesse Van Rootselaar's ChatGPT account had been banned 7 months earlier over troubling posts. OpenAI never informed police about the problematic behavior until after the February 10th attack, when she'd killed 8 people and then herself. BC Premier David Eby said yesterday OpenAI officials need to explain everything.
I want them to meet with the families. I want them to look in the eyes of these families and tell them why they made the call they did. And ultimately, I want British Columbians to know what they knew.
Healthcare advocates are in Ottawa today to push lawmakers to take action to reverse the rise in cervical cancer. And the start of spring could be a bit wetter and colder than normal across large parts of Canada. That's according to the Weather Network's seasonal forecast out this morning. Senior meteorologist Doug Gillum says the 3-month road between winter and summer is never direct in this country.
But this year in particular, it looks like we are taking the scenic route to summer. There will be detours and delays and even some backtracking at times. But rest assured, we will arrive at summer.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Raptors will shake off last night's loss so they can prepare for tonight's home matchup against the San Antonio Spurs. The Raptors got 21 points from Mississauga's RJ Barrett, but Toronto fell to the NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder, 116-107. Barrett says the loss gave him some valuable perspective.
We made a huge jump from where we were last year. A lot of these teams have, like tonight, won a championship. So these teams already know. They already have those. They're already battle-tested.
The Toronto Blue Jays came up short in an 8-7 loss to the Yankees in spring training. A Blue Jays split squad will play the Detroit Tigers today in Lakeland, Florida. And Major League Soccer side Nashville SC scored twice in the first half and kept Atletico Ottawa out of scoring range en route to a 5-0 victory in the second leg of their first-round CONCACAF Champions Cup matchup. Nashville therefore advances to play MLS Cup champion Inter Miami. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.